All right, so I just want to start our meeting, and to start our meeting today is our leader who is joining us all the way from South Africa, a gentleman who has always been with us during this time and especially through Zoom. And he has been able to help us to really understand how we can be able to use the opportunity of Neolife to help us and be able to make the world a healthier and happier place. So I want to bring in our leader, Pascal Oloo, to be able to take us through the session. Pascal, can you hear me?
Yes, Paul, I can hear you.
Thank you, Pascal.
Thank you, Paul. Really, all right, thank you very much, Paul. And all our guests this evening, we want to spend the next 45 minutes to share the business idea with you, which I think can change your life. I think about a week and a half ago, the Olympics ended in Tokyo. And I was very excited that Kenya became the top Olympic nation in Africa. And the reason why today I've worn a red shirt is that our Kenyan team was putting on red. So way to go, Kenya. I really love the effort of the Kenyans and what they did. So I want to spend the next few minutes to explain to you what we do. If you give me a few minutes, I want to share the screen with you. Okay. So Paula said that if you're a guest, I would suggest that just spend a few minutes, pay attention to what we say, think about what we do, and make a decision on whether you want to get involved with us or not. As Paula said, my name is Pascal Oloo. I am trained as a civil engineer, born in Kenya. At the moment, we live in South Africa. And the reason why my wife and I, my wife is called Betty, the reason why we came to South Africa is very simple. But before I get into our short story, what is the mission of our company? What is the mission of our business? It's a very simple thing: to make the world a healthier and a happier place. And at this moment in the world history, I think the world is going under tremendous pressure in terms of health, but also in terms of wealth, because so many people have lost their businesses, many people have lost their jobs around the world, and they're looking for something to do, something to make their lives a bit better. And everything that happens, if you want a healthier and a happier life, it has to start with you. Nobody can do it for you. You've got people who can help you, they can guide you, but they cannot do it for you. That's myself and my wife, Betty. We started this business just about 24 years ago. And the reason we started the business is very simple: to make extra money. We wanted to make extra money to supplement my income or my salary, because I realized that your salary never keeps up with the cost of living or the increase in the needs of your family. So we started the business to make an extra $200. But after doing the business for 7 months part-time, our income reached about $1,000 a month. That's when I decided to pay attention to the business, because I knew that if I continued doing what I was doing and expanding the business would lead us to financial freedom. So we worked very hard. After 3 years, what we were earning from the business was 3 times my salary. And then I fired my boss. That was on the 27th of September, 1999. And those of you who are employed, I cannot begin to explain to you the feeling of freedom when you know that you only wake up when you finish sleeping. If you want to travel somewhere, you don't have to fill a leave form. If you want to spend the rest of the day or the 2 days without going to work, you don't have to ask anybody for permission. But what is this business that we are talking about? First, I want to describe to you the 4 ways that people use to generate income. The first way is called a job. That is when you are employed by a company or somebody, at the end of the month or 30 days, they pay you a salary. Now, when you have a job, you're limited by your employer as to the amount of money you can pay, because they only pay you enough so that you don't quit. But the challenge with the job is that it's not secure anymore. If you go around the world or you speak to anybody now, they will tell you there is no security in employment anymore. The second thing is the self-employment. Self-employment means that you start a business and you offer your services to the public in return for the money they pay you. Now, this requires two things. You require some capital, but also you require a system to be able to build your business. Now, if the business depends on your participation, it means that if you fall sick, if you want to attend to your family matters, or you want to take leave, you can't, because the business depends on your personal effort and contribution to build a business. There's a very simple way to test whether you own a business or not. Get away from your business for 2 to 3 months. If the business collapses in your absence, you don't own the business. The business owns you, because without you, there's no income. The third way that people use to generate money is called a big business. That is people who invest huge capital. They employ lots of employees, and with lots of employees also comes a lot of labor issues. Big business are companies like Safaricom or Naivas or Pick and Pay or ShopRite Checkers. These are huge companies that invest a lot of capital to grow their businesses. This is not available to the ordinary man or woman in the street. The fourth way to generate income is called investments. That is when you put money, you need to invest money over and above what you use for your daily living. That means you need extra cash to invest, but you need two other things. One, you need knowledge, and two, the skill of investment. If you have these two things going for you, then you're going to build a good business. But most people don't have that extra cash. It's not easy to have extra cash to be able to invest, and also to get the skill of investing and the knowledge to invest in a business that gives you a good return on the money that you put for investment. There are other ways to generate income. Professional athletes, for example, the people who are competing in the Olympics and they become professionals, authors or writers, musicians, people who have extraordinary skill to exchange for providing service to the public for the money that they earn. But is there an ideal criteria? Is there a criteria that you can use to determine what is an ideal business for building wealth? I think there is. There are a number of criteria or things that you need to look at to identify an ideal business. Number one, low capital is required to start the business. Why is that? Because the ordinary man in the streets cannot get huge capital to invest in business. And this makes it possible for any ordinary person to be able to start a global business without investing huge capital. The second thing about an ideal business is we need to get involved in distributions of goods and services. The key to wealth creation is in distributions of goods and services, because this is what the public needs. The third thing is you need to have a global reach. A global reach means that you be able to get to as many people around the world as possible. Our company operates business in over 50 countries around the world. And if you look at the total population that we can reach, is almost 1 billion people. Because in Africa alone, we're in 14 countries, and in Africa, the population in these 14 countries is about 450 million people. The fourth element about an ideal business is leverage. What is leverage? Leverage is the ability to multiply your time, your effort, and penetration in order to distribute your product or services. Now, a very good example of what leverage is this. Think about the banks. Any city that you're living in, you're going to have banks with branches. For example, Absa Bank, which is a South African bank, but it's now bought over Barclays. They have branches all over the African continent. That is how they leverage their services and their effort. It means they increase their capacity to serve more people. This is one of the secrets of successful people, in that they learn to leverage their efforts, their time, and commitment to distribute products or services to the public. The fifth element about an ideal business is you need to get involved in a consumable product which has a high quality and is very unique. Why does it need to be consumable? Because it has a repeat sale. You see, you and I are going to use soap until the day we die. So soap makes a good business. Why? Because people need it every single month, or they use it every single day to keep themselves clean. The sixth element about an ideal business, is it the sixth? The sixth element about an ideal business is you need a business system. What is that? A business system is a series of procedures, tools, and equipment that you need to run your business so that you, as the owner of the business, do not have to be present when the business is being built. Think about Safaricom. Think about the banks. Because of technology, people are able to conduct their own banking services without going there physically to the bank, because the banks have systems that they use to conduct their businesses. And the last thing is timing. Timing is very important, because if you start a business or a product or a service and your timing is incorrect, you may not get traction in order to grow your business. And this leads me to something very important. You see, in the last 12 months, I think by the end of November last year, about 300 million people has lost their jobs worldwide. So what are these people looking for? They're looking for alternatives to generate income, or alternatives to be able to build a business, to be able to provide money or requirements or services to their families. And this is what makes this business, the timing, very, very accurate, because people are looking for other alternatives. What is network marketing or network distribution? Network marketing is a system of distribution of goods and services that we take a product from the manufacturer to the consumer through a distributor like myself or some of my colleagues who are attending this presentation. Now, this system of distribution is very unique because we cut out the middleman between the manufacturer and the consumer. Think about this. I remember in the year 2010 or 2011, I went to do a presentation in Lusaka, Zambia. And in the audience, there was a lady who was working for a beverage company. And she was telling us that 330 mils of this beverage would cost 600 kwacha to produce from the factory. By the time this same beverage arrived in the supermarkets and is bought by the consumer, the cost was 3,500 kwacha. Why is there almost a six-fold increase in the cost of the product? Because between the manufacturer and the consumer, there are several middlemen who keep adding to the cost of the product, and who pays for it? It's a consumer. So what we do in our business is we cut out all the middlemen between the manufacturer and the consumer. In our business, we don't have advertising, because for most products or items, the advertising budget constitutes between 35 and 50%, depending on the product. We don't have wholesalers or retailers. The products are explained to the customers directly, and we are paid for successfully referring customers to the products that we have. And because of this, the company pays us what is called a reference fee, or what the company would have spent to advertise the products. You see, the products are researched and developed on your behalf. That means that although you're in business for yourself, you are not in business by yourself, because the company has built infrastructure in over 50 different countries to help you build your business. There are no qualifications required except three things: a burning desire to succeed, you need to be able to be teachable, that means a willingness to learn, and you need to work hard. If you have these three things going for you, your business will be successful. And this company was started by one man, Jerry Brasfield, in a small town in California called Porterville. And he started the business because he had a very serious health challenge. He had asthma, and when his mother gave him his natural remedies, his health improved, and he decided he wants to share this idea with his neighbors in that small town. And because of his commitment, this company has now spread to over 50 countries around the world. But why has this company lasted this long? The company has lasted this long because of 5 principles we believe in. The first one is we believe in absolute honesty and integrity. We believe that we need to tell our customers, our distributors, and everybody we deal with the truth about their products and the truth about what our business can do. The second thing is people are number one. The most important resource we have in our business is people. Because if you don't have people, you don't have anything. In fact, any business that doesn't serve the public or people, that business won't succeed. The third element we believe in is products that work. The company spends considerable amount of money to develop high quality products because we want the products to satisfy the public. The company formed what we call the Scientific Advisory Board, whose job is just to research and develop products. The fourth element is equal opportunity for everybody. In this business, whether you're a man or a woman, whether you have white hair like me or not, or you have black hair, whether you're black or white, whether you're young or old, whatever category of life you are in, this business has equal opportunity for everybody. So everybody starts from the same level. And the last element is a long-range vision. You need to have a long-range plan to be able to build this business successfully. If you're a guest, we suggest that if you start the business, give this business a 2 to 5 year horizon. That means give it 2 to 5 years of hard work. And if you do that, if you first learn how the system is used to build your business, follow the advice of your successful sponsor, you're going to be successful in those 2 to 5 years. This business started in 1958 in USA. In South Africa, it came in 1971. So this year we are celebrating 50 years in business. In fact, the convention of the Southern African region is going to be on the 21st, this coming Saturday. In Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, the company started in 1996. So in Kenya, they are celebrating 25 years. If you're a guest, this business has come to your doorstep today. Okay? Now, why do most people start this business? People start this business for so many different reasons. One is because they want a better life for their children. Some people start the business because they want to build better houses or buy dream houses. Some people start the business because they want to drive good cars. Some people start the business because they want to buy a beach home or a holiday home. Excuse me. Some people start the business because they just want to make extra money. And I think it's an honorable thing to learn how to make money because, you see, money has got 3 uses. 1 is a medium of exchange of goods and services. 2, money is a measure of wealth. And 3, money is a store of wealth. Money is not wealth. Money is a measure of it. And it's important to learn how to make money because almost everything you do in life costs you money. If you're watching this presentation, you bought data or you've got Wi-Fi or you spent some money to be able to connect to this meeting. Somebody said that money is like oxygen. It's not the most important thing, but if you don't have it, it's quite easy to die. I think for some people, $200 a month can mean the difference between living and dying. So we take making money a very serious business. The next thing that you have, some people start the business because they want to be physically fit. So if that is you start the business, you register with Neolife, a company with over 60 years experience, registered in over 50 countries, and they've got a scientific board whose job is just to develop high quality products. And our scientific advisory board writes articles and scientific journals and is recognized by the Global Science Network, United States Department of Agriculture, CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control, the most prestigious organizations in the world that deals with science and health. We have 4 ranges of products in our business. What are these ranges? The first one is the Golden Home Care range. These are products for cleaning the bathroom, the kitchen, the toilet, anything in your home that you use for cleaning, you'll get in our business. The next range is the personal care range. These are things like hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotions, things that you need to make yourself look clean and smart. The third range is the nutrients organics. These are products you use to make your skin look clean, elegant, and healthy. And the last range is the healthcare range. This is the highest selling range of our business. Now, what do we need to do to build our business? There are three things we call the daily success habits. Why daily? Because if you're running a business, you need to be able to offer the public your products or your service on a daily basis. So we have three success habits. The first success habit is we use the products ourselves. Why do we use the products? We use the products because we are supporting our own business. Number two, we want the people we speak to know that we also believe in what we are recommending. So you need to use the products. Now, because Neolife is registered in over 50 countries around the world, the company uses what we call the point value system to measure the size of business worldwide. For example, let's say you use 100 PV. One PV is roughly $1.60 or 70 cents in value. So you use 100 PV in your home. The second thing you do in our business on a daily basis is you share the business opportunity. What does that mean? That you introduce other people to be distributors or promoters like yourself. What do these people do? They also do what you do. Let's say they also use 100 PV in a month. If you've got 6 people plus yourself is 7, you have built a 700 PV business unit and your income is about $45 a month. You become a manager. But that is just the beginning. The next thing you do is you teach everybody you introduce to the business to do what you do. That is, use the products and share the business. Let's say the person on the top right corner introduces 2 people and those 2 people introduce 2 each. You'll have 700 PV units or 7 people in that unit. If you have 700 plus the 6 people remaining, you'll have built a business that is doing 1,300 PV. Your income is about $90 a month, and that's the senior manager position. The next thing you do is you teach everybody you've introduced to the business to do what you do, so they will build 700 PV units. If you have 6 people doing 700 PV, that's 4,200 plus your own is 4,300 PV. You become a director and your income is between $580 to $700. Okay. The other thing you do is you share products. What does that mean? That not everybody will join your business. Some will say, yes, they're good companies, good products, but this is not for me. These are our customers, and from your customers, you make a profit margin of about 20%. The third thing we do in our business, which is the most critical part of our business, is personal development. What does that mean? That we take time to build ourselves to be better business people through using the products, attending seminars, training, support, and personal development, reading books, attending seminars, attending workshops, so that you can become a good business person to build your business. Now, I know some people are not interested in just $700. Some people want more. If you want more in this business, you need to help the people that you brought into the business also become successful. If you help one other person become a director in your business and you reach what we call a software director level, your income is about $1,000 plus per month. If you help 3 people to become directors, your income goes to about $2,000. If you help 6 people become directors in your business, your income goes to about $5,000 plus. So the growth of your business depends on how many people you've helped to be successful in this business. And to share with you some of the people who've been successful, I want to hand over back to Paul to invite our guest this evening. Paul?
Thank you so much, Pascal. I hope you can hear me. I had a technical itch.
Yes, I can hear you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that elaborated session that you have taken us through within a very short time. And I believe that our guest on the call today, you've been able to get, a small idea on what we do here. So we just want to say that you're in the right place. And at the end of this call, there's the person who brought you here. They'll be able to give you more information because you might not be able to understand everything at one go. But at least you have a brief idea of what we do here. So right now, I just want to bring a leader who is doing this business here in Kenya. She's doing such a wonderful job. She's a very energetic lady building a wonderful business, but she's here to be able to share her story with us. So I just want to bring our director, Patricia Mwangi Wainaina, to be able to share with us. Patricia, can you hear me?
Yes, Paul, I can hear you. I can see you clearly. Can you see me?
Yes, I can. Patricia, take it away.
Thank you. Thank you for those very kind words. My name is Patricia Mwangi Wainaina. I've been in this business for quite a while. I came across this business straight out of the university, but before I describe where I came from, I am married to a very fine gentleman. Allow me to share my screen so that you can see what it is. All right. So I am married to Philip, a tall, handsome gentleman who's been extremely supportive as far as the business is concerned and in life in general. And actually, I met him through this opportunity because I ended up getting married to my client. I'm blessed to come from a large family. We are 8 children. I hope this is going to download so that I can share the photos. It's always nice to tell a story when people can see photos. It makes more sense. And coming from that kind of family, we were not rich, neither were we poor. We're just a middle income family. So there I am out of the university. Okay, I think I have not gotten what it is that I am looking for. There I am out of the university, and every time I have to think of getting into town, I would have to ask my mother for 20 shillings. And that really used to make me feel extremely bad. So I remember one day, in utter frustration, I called a friend. Now, this friend is very special. She was actually my lecturer in the university. You'll allow me to go a bit back because now at least it is opening. So there we are. Start off sharing that I am married. I hope this actually shows. So when I was in that kind of a situation, I realized life had to change. There is my husband. We were having an outdoor a while ago. That is the family I used to come from. You can see we are a number of us. We are 8 of us. And that picture also has my beautiful sisters-in-law and one of my nephews, rather one of my nieces. So there I am, out of the university. I am the firstborn. I have 7 siblings. And every time I have to think of going into town, I have to ask my mother for 20 shillings. Now, that really used to make me feel bad. And I would keep writing many application letters and also get very many regrets. So one day, in utter frustration, I remember it was an evening, I went to a phone booth near our place because in those days, there were no cell phones, or the ones who had cell phones were very wealthy. So I called a friend. Anne was my lecturer in the university, but one of these lecturers who actually ended up being like my big sister. So I called her one day and she told her how frustrated I was. And she told me, you know, Patricia, I found something you can do that can make you some money and also keep you very busy. So I asked her, what is that? She said, come to my house and I'll explain. So I went to her house the following day. She explained what Pascal has just explained to you. And I did not understand what she was talking about. In fact, friends, I always say I didn't join Neolife because I understood it. I joined because I trusted Anne. And also I realized, what was I doing in the house anyway? Like most people, I did not have the money to start, but I didn't allow that to stop me. So what I did is that I borrowed the money from a friend. Now, my Neolife journey, like every business, has had its ups and downs. My downs are I've had to battle a lot of self-doubt, wondering whether I could ever do this business. I've had to face a lot of rejection. I met so many people who told me that I'd actually wasted my parents' money by going to the university because I already had my honors degree in biology and chemistry. And here I was hawking medicine and hawking soap. In fact, it reached a point in my life I realized, you know what, if my life has to go forward, I have to change my circle of friends. And that's exactly what I did, because I realized I was hanging around people who didn't want my life to get better. They were actually pulling me down. And also the other challenges I had is, as I said, I had no money to do this business. To get into town, I'd have to walk to town in the beginning because you have not made any money. You have to walk back home because at that time I would live about 45 to 60 minutes away from town. And since I was too embarrassed to use the highway, I used to go through some long cuts before I get into town. And I remember one day getting back home and realizing, wow, I have no money and I need to get into town the following day. So I decided to pass through a neighbor's place where she had wanted some products. But I remember when I walked into her house, I think she had had a very bad day. That's how I excuse her. And she went on and on and on and on and telling me how I was just wasting my time. And you can imagine, you've walked to town, you've walked back, you meet somebody who is bashing you. And I remember balancing my tears and telling myself, this lady is not going to have the satisfaction of seeing me crying. So what I did is I quickly excused myself. I thanked her. So I left her house. I walked out of her gate. The moment I walked out of her gate, I just broke down and I cried. And I realized when I broke down at that point, that was my turning point in the business. I told myself I was going to work this business, that all these people who had told me that I was wasting my time doing this business would actually realize that they were absolutely wrong. So what are the benefits I've gotten out of Neolife? First of all, my health has gotten better. Before Neolife, I used to struggle a lot with my back and with my knees. And that time I was in my 20s. Yeah. And the doctor would be like, but why are you having issues with your joints? I mean, you're not old, you have no children, you're not overweight. If anything, I am underweight. I was only overweight as a baby. So courtesy of these products, I've been able to manage all these challenges to a point that I have a good back, my joints are good. And because of that, I'm able to do one of my greatest hobbies, which is climbing mountains. So last month, there we were climbing Kilimanjaro. For me, it was my 5th time. And then Pascal says, what the time freedom you get out of this business is phenomenal. Yeah. Because when I'm going on holiday, I don't have to ask any boss for holiday that I need to go on leave. Okay, now because I am married, I will tell my husband I'm going. But I don't have to fill in a leave form. I just wake up and I go. Yeah. Many people cannot even do some of these things, not because they can't afford it, but because they can't get time off from work. So the time freedom that Neolife gives you is absolutely phenomenal. The other blessing I've gotten in this business is to have a fantastic team. And please note that word, fantastic. Some of them are on this call, people I highly respect, people who have a lot of integrity, people who know where they are going in life. I mean, when I relate with them, I actually realize they are the ones who are blessing my life. As I also, God uses me to bless their lives. You see that you get people into the team, probably they didn't have confidence, and then bit by bit they're making steps in the business. It's very, very encouraging. The other benefit I've gotten out of Neolife is that I'm able to work from home. I was brought up in a very busy, by very busy parents. My mother was an ICU nurse. And if there's anything I ever prayed for, is that I would be able to make money while working from home. And guess what? My husband also works from home. So we're able to work together. I'm able to support his tutoring consultancy, which is very, very fulfilling, so that as a family, we are going forward. To be a blessing to other people in this business is very humbling. So there you are. You can see that there I am pinning one of my senior managers when she had made that step in the business. And I remember she was one of the ones who felt she could never do this business. So it's very humbling to be part of that kind of journey where people's confidence is getting better, where people's health is getting better. My own father had very bad high blood pressure. Courtesy of these products, they've been managed to a point that he used to take so much medication. He now only takes one tablet, one out of the many that he used to take. That to me is very encouraging because it reduces his medicine dosage, his medicine cost, and also the side effects of medication. I also have a very close relative who was diagnosed with cancer last year, and it came as a shock to all of us. So in addition to his conventional treatment, as a family, every month, we get him our Neolife supplements. He came back recently from India and the scan showed good improvement. I mean, we were so encouraged. So we keep putting him on the products, and it's good to see people get better courtesy of what it is that you are in. Another thing I love about Neolife, the money you get and the financial education you get helps you make investments. I really thank God because I look at the investments I have from a point where I could not afford 20 shillings to get into town. I mean, I just tell God I am so grateful. When you join Neolife, you don't just join a business, you join a family that supports you through major life's journey. There you are. You can see some of my Neolife family there. That was our wedding in 2018, and they turned out in large numbers to attend our wedding. Pascal traveled all the way from South Africa to attend our wedding. My best maid is my Neolife upline. I mean, what more can you ask for? The MC, Fred Kishuki, is in this training, this business. I tell people the family you get in Neolife, you will not get in anywhere else. And Paul, you can see yourself there, and that's the rest of my Neolife family. So this business is real. You will have a family that gives you a lot of satisfaction. You will build a business that you realize that not only are you making a positive difference to other people's lives, you are doing what is right according to the law of God, that you do good and you avoid evil. When I was younger, it really used to bother me when I would look around that some, not all, that some people seemed to make money by doing the wrong things. And I used to ask God, does it mean that if you're trying, because we all have our defects, that if you're trying to do the right thing, you cannot be wealthy? Neolife was the answer. I'm in a business where you have to do things right. Or if you think that you can take shortcuts and do things wrongly and get to the top, guess what? You come crashing down, because technique and skill can get you to the top, but only character keeps you there. So this business is a wonderful business. How is my future with Neolife? My future with Neolife is absolutely bright. Yeah, I look forward to achieving more of my dreams. I'm really looking forward to having our dream home, among many other things. I also look forward to being more of a blessing to other people's lives. And for the guests who are on the call, you may not understand this business. I did not understand it. But take a leap of faith. They say some of the greatest things in life happen when you take a leap of faith. And you'll have a family to support you. You have a community to support you. Unless you don't want to be supported, this business will help you go through that journey. Yeah. And for those who are already in the business, Neolife is such a serious opportunity. You need to share it and not to hesitate sharing it. Because I look at my life. If I was not in Neolife, I'd probably not be married, because I got married to my client. My father is alive, courtesy of these products. My close relative is alive, courtesy of these products. So go ahead, let's go out there and share the good news. And we look forward to being on the beaches of the world together, celebrating our success. Thank you, Paul, for giving me this opportunity. I hand it back to you. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you so much, Patricia, for sharing with us your personal journey and the journey for the journey that you have been able to achieve since when you came to this organization. I was really happy to see all those memories. Some of them I didn't even know that they exist, and I've been able to see a lot of people. And truly, what you have said is Neolife is a family, and a caring family for that matter. So the guests who are on the call today, you have been able to listen to Patricia, who one time was just invited like you. She came, she listened, and she made the decision. Today, she's an amazing person, one of our true leaders. And every time we want somebody to be able to mentor the young people and even us who are in the business, we always get in touch with Patricia. She's so passionate about what she does. And Patricia, I can assure you, all the dreams that you have, definitely they'll come to pass one of this time, and you'll be able to rejoice with the people that are with you. So thank you so much, Patricia. That is Patricia. So I just want to take it back to Pascal so that he can be able to close our meeting today. Pascal, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Paul. And I enjoyed your facial expression when you saw yourself in the photo with the Neolife family.
Thank you.
That was priceless. And I would like to tell Patricia, when I grow up, I want to climb Mount Kenya. So, ladies and gentlemen, just permit me to round off the meeting. You see, this business is very unique. And you see, for most people, they start a business, their only job is to make money. Our business is not like that. In fact, if you join this business to make money, and that is your only goal, you will likely not make a lot of money. But if you join this business because you want to help other people to be successful, you can make any amount of money that you'd like to make. So the key to success in this business is being generous. You see, the company has made this business very, very efficient by taking advantage of technology. Because of computerization, because of technology, we're able to do this business online to a very great extent. For example, since April last year, we've been conducting every Monday a meeting. I think we've only missed 2 meetings for the last 16 months. And we're able to do this presentation that covers more than 8 or 9 countries around the globe. So technology has helped us to build our business very, very efficiently. If you want to order products, you can do it online. If you want to build a team and register new distributors, you can do it online. Once you get registered, the company opens for you what we call a back office, where you have a personalized website and you can monitor and manage your business. Training is done locally and internationally online. Delivery of products is contracted by courier companies in different parts around the world. Depending on the country you are in, the company contracts a courier company within the country to deliver products to yourself or to your customers. Payment of products, you can do it online or by mobile transfer if you have mobile facilities in the country that you're doing business. Payment of bonuses and commissions by the company is done by electronic funds transfer of mobile money. So the company has made this business very, very efficient by using online services. Talking about traveling and enjoying places, Betty and I had the privilege to attend a leadership conference at the Santon Sun Hotel in Johannesburg in October 2019. And we had 4 glorious days where we shared our experiences and learned new things about building the business from leaders from around the African continent. In 2017, we had people who visited Dubai. In fact, about a month ago, we had leaders who went to Dubai to actually go on holiday, paid for by the company. These are some of the leaders who attended the conference in Johannesburg in 2019, October. People from Mozambique, people from Botswana, South Africa, Nigeria, Tanzania, Ghana, people from different parts of the African continent. And they all had one thing in common. There were people with visions and people who committed themselves to build a better future for themselves and their families. Okay? So if you're a guest, how do you get started? Number one, speak to your sponsor or the person who invited you. They'll give you an application form to fill. You pay your registration amount. In South Africa, it's between 690 to 2,700 Rand. In Kenya, it's 7,360 or 8,970. In Nigeria, it's 17,500 or 22,500 Naira. In Tanzania, it's 140,500 or 170,700 Tanzania shillings. In Uganda, it's 203,900 or 242,500 Uganda shillings. In the US, is 99 US dollars. In Sweden, is 1,025 Swedish krona. That is for the premium kit. In Italy, 64 euros. And in Ghana, is between 240 and 384 Ghanaian cedis. So depending on which region, whatever region you're in, speak to the person who invited you. They will show you how to get started in the business. But remember a few things if you want to succeed in this business. Success begins with a decision. The moment you make a decision, you need to commit yourself to the decision and renew that commitment on a daily basis. But there are 4 other things you need to do to succeed. Number one, you need to know what you want. The reason why most people don't succeed in life is because they don't really know what they want. What is your dream? What do you want to achieve out of life? The second thing is, once you've known what you have a dream, the next thing is you find out what you need to do to become successful. That is, you need to be teachable. Number 3 is hard work, discipline, guts, and persistence. This business is not easy. It's very simple, but it's not easy because you have to overcome your own insecurities. You have to overcome negative people. You have to be disciplined in talking to people about the business, learning new skills, and a correct attitude to build the business. And the last one, you need to have faith in yourself, your sponsor, that is the person who invited you to join the business, and the company, Neolife. Once you have faith in these 3 elements or parts of your life, nothing will stop you from becoming successful. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been a wonderful audience. May God bless you. May God expand your lives until all your dreams become true. Paul, back to you.
Thank you so much, Pascal and Patricia, for taking us through today's presentation. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to the end of our presentation. So just as Pascal has been able to tell us, please speak to the person who brought you here and share what are the exact things that brought you to this call, and that person will be able to see how you can be able to be part of this opportunity. And guess what? In the next couple of days, next couple of years, you'll be the person who will be sitting here like Patricia and Pascal, either sharing a presentation or sharing your story. So you're most welcome from wherever you're listening us from, and we are looking forward to see you when you have already joined this opportunity. So from me, Pascal, and Patricia, we just want to say a lovely good night and see you soon. Bye-bye all. Good night.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Thank you, Pascal. Good night.
Good night.